Congratulations for getting your call to the best mission in the world. Florianopolis truly is a blessed part of the country of Brazil. I have a testimony that the people there are prepared to know the restored church and receive the blessing of having the restored gospel in their homes. I have a testimony that the family is ordained of God, and that is a rich part of their culture, that people need further ordinances and privileges that the restored gospel offers. I have a testimony that the church is the Lord's institution for bringing people together and allowing for us to be instructed in the principles of the gospel. In Brazil, the church is growing. The name is growing much more it's becoming more pertinent in people's minds, and they are much more aware of who we are and what we do as disciples of Jesus Christ. As missionaries and members of the restored church, we are disciples of Jesus Christ. And I know that as disciples of Jesus Christ, we are entitled to the Lord's help. I can recall on one occasion, among many, when the Lord blessed me to know where to go in order to find someone that was needing and was prepared for greater knowledge to bless his life. I was in the middle of a town that was quite difficult for the church to grow in. And at the particular time I was serving there had been a lull experienced in the missionary work at that time. My companion and I were sent there to replace all of the previous missionaries that were serving there. And we had to start fresh on all sectors of the work. Unfortunately, our efforts were not sufficient, and we were not able to find anyone. And that's when the Lord stepped in. It was then that I learned that without the Lord's help, that we cannot do His work. One evening we stepped aside after having lost interest of all of our potential investigators. And my companion and I had felt that we needed to say a prayer. We were both very hard workers. And there's a point where our work was not enough until we asked in prayer for His guidance. We had simple ways of finding people to teach, and they weren't exactly the most sophisticated. But through the Lord's mercy, we were walking along, and my companion was asking directions, and we came across someone, the second person to be exact after that prayer we offered. And he became more interested than anyone else that we had ever come across in those 2 weeks that we had been left desolate without anybody to listen to us. He walked for over 20 minutes to show us the way to our destination. With no need or no previous commitment with us. He walked. He talked. He asked every question imaginable about us as missionaries in the United States. By the end of the evening, he had every interest in learning more. That particular investigator was more prepared than just about anybody I've known. And it confirmed to me that the Lord uses means after we have shown our faith sufficiently. I know that this church is true.